to the Singletrack Session number 77 here with the TrailManners podcast. Bomber Studio, about 15, 16 degrees outside.
Yep.
I'm wearing my puffy inside, and I'm okay with it. Frigid temperatures pushing through, and got a little bit of snow.
Yeah, we did.
Not a ton down here in the floor like I was expecting at my house. We got like 3 inches, but Salt Lake shut down.
I think they got like a foot.
Yeah, they got pounded, shutting roads down and everything else. But got a little bit of snow. And then just recently, as we launched or spoke about on Tuesday, we were on a podcast.
We were.
So that was a little bit different than we're used to.
Right.
Kind of had to change the mindset.
Well, I think out of the gate, we tried to
Take over the show.
We tried our best.
We did. Joe was out of the gate going, so let me ask you a question.
I know, right?
Almost caught him.
Yeah, he's like, wait a minute, what's going on here?
Yeah,
So
we were on the Bun Podcast with Riley McDermott. He reached out to us, and it was kind of fun. He's kind of new to running, he says, only about 3 years.
Right.
Kind of new to podcasting. He's got a lot of great guests on the show.
He does.
It was kind of fun to hear him say you guys kind of helped inspire me to do a podcast.
Right.
Because he started to listen to us a little bit. But, yeah, it was a little, I think the first 5 minutes I was still trying to figure out what to do with myself.
Yeah.
He's like, introduce yourself. I'm like, I'm Eric.
Yeah.
But I didn't have, everything was different. I didn't have headphones on. I didn't hear the sound.
Yeah.
Like it was more like what you do every week, which I'm not used to. Mm-hmm. So I couldn't tell if he could hear me. It was
the microphones were different.
A little different microphones,
Yep.
the feel of the microphone.
Exactly. He has the microphone condoms.
Oh, yeah, he does. He's got the
foam covers.
Foam covers. We have some. We just rarely
we're
use
old
them.
school. We like to feel the natural.
We like to take chances.
That's right.
It was a lot of fun being on the show, so we want to thank Riley for taking the time to come down and throw us on the hot seat a little bit.
Yep.
A little bit of role reversal, but that was gave me some new ideas for the show. A couple anyway, but we'll touch those maybe some other time. But a few races were happening over the week as well. We could start off with the Golden Ticket race.
The big one.
The Black Canyon 100K.
Yeah.
We were both wrong on the female winner, so we can admit that. She took second, which we'll let slide because she ran the week before.
Exactly.
And she was, 25 minutes off the lead.
That's okay.
I think it's the wind resistance is what I think it is.
Did you see how big her shorts are?
That's crazy, man.
They're getting bigger every time she races.
And sweatshirts and T-shirts. You look at her, right? Just what she wears compared to everybody else. And you're like, one of these things is not like the other.
Yeah, exactly. Which is so awesome.
It is. She's got her look.
She does, and she's just crushing it. She might be top 10 at Western States.
Oh, yeah, overall. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, would that be crazy?
Between she and Camille pushing that pace.
Oh, yeah.
Top 10 is totally reasonable.
Easy. Yeah, I don't say easy, but, yeah, I mean, there's obviously a lot of good male athletes that do well there.
Right.
Kind of their course. But, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me to see either one of those ladies kind of closing the gap on that top 10 finish.
Why not? I think it's awesome.
Oh, that'd be super cool. It kind of made me think, too, a little bit about people in our sport that have their look.
Yeah.
Right? Like Courtney's got her look, right?
She does.
And you look at like a Jeff Browning. He's got his bill, his
very
trucker hat.
Iconic, right?
His glasses.
Yep.
Timothy Olsen has his look.
Yep.
No shirt, kind of the golden locks.
Yeah.
Flowing.
Carl Meltzer has the look, right?
One of the originals, always wearing his cut-off finger gloves, too.
Hat, sunglasses, and then the waist belt.
Yep.
That's Carl.
And so it kind of, I just was thinking, I'm like, oh, look at all the different people we've had through our sport that have, Jurek, his Jerry curl,
his Jerry curl, so true.
Yeah, right. But once you see, and there's people out there still, not just their gait, but once you see kind of the attire, or their look, you know right who they are.
Oh,
right?
for sure.
It's like, oh, that's bloke. Oh, that's so and so.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So anyway, back to the women. So walking away with the first place was Alyssa McDonald, new course record, 8:53.
So I guess this gal's like crazy fast.
Yeah.
Well, I haven't dug into her results too much yet, but from everything I saw on Twitter, she's like legit.
Well, and that's the thing we talked about last week is we said, hey, there's always those wild cards.
Oh, yeah.
Like we know some names. There's names we don't know. And so there's people we would talk about and everybody out there is going, yeah, they're fast. We know them. And we may not as well. And I think that's one, Alyssa McDonald. Setting a course record. She almost had to go out going, okay, I have to put the pedal down because I got Courtney here and I want to go, right? And even though Courtney would pass on the ticket because she's already got one, setting a course records mean you were going for it, right? I mean, that's just rarely just, I'm going to go out and see how it works out. So, yeah, Alyssa McDonald, 8:53, Courtney DeWalder, as we mentioned, 9:18, and then Paige Patillo, P-A-T-T-I-L-L-O, Patillo, 10:09. So that would fall to her. Right. And I don't know. Again, I didn't follow up. I don't have tons of time to go through to see who accepts, but I imagine Alyssa would accept. Course record, first place. You'd think, hey, I'm there for a reason almost.
Exactly.
On the men's side, we nailed that one.
We did.
Pretty much. Tim Frericks, 8:12.
Yep.
Second place was a little behind, 41 minutes to be exact.
That's pretty far.
Juan Moran.
Yeah, but good for him. Got a gold ticket.
8:53. Eric Sensman dropped.
Yeah, wasn't feeling so good.
And a few others. Zach Bitter dropped. Bittner.
I didn't realize he dropped.
Yeah, I think he dropped. From what I read. Third place was Kanoa King in 9:10. I just like that name.
Awesome name.
Yeah, right. I read that. I'm like, that guy's legit. He's got to have a logo.
I hope so.
A totem. Yep. Something cool. Just reminds me of that. So that's the 100K results for them. So 2 golden tickets for each, course record set. Then we jump over to Moab Red Hot, which traditionally for as long as I can remember was like the race early season.
It was the spring race that kicked everything off.
Yeah,
right?
that was like once that hits, it's game on.
Yeah.
But now obviously we've got Black Canyon. We've got races before this.
You got the Coldwater Rumble down in Arizona in January.
You got those Texas races. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot more now for sure.
There's no off season anymore. Not really.
But Moab, fun race. Always a good time.
Yeah.
Pulls some big names still. In fact, the winner this year for the women was Kat Bradley in 4:54.
I think that might have been the first time she raced since Western States.
I think it is. Yeah. And I saw something on social media where she has, said, hey, this is what I do now. And she does weight training.
Yeah,
something that she didn't do in the past, maybe, that she's really incorporated. Man, she looked lean.
She wrote an article for like Boulder Today or something like that.
Yeah.
And she's like, this is integral. This is my go-to now.
That's awesome. Well, I'm a solid, strong runner before.
Yeah.
Now it's kind of like throw her in the mix.
Yeah. Now she's
Courtney and
super
Camille.
durable too.
Yeah, exactly. So she walked away with 4:54. Second place was Emily Hawgood, 5:14, and Betsy Buys, 5:15. So second and third were right there.
Yeah.
On the men's side, little surprise coming out. A course record was set, which took down Hayden Hawk's course record.
Which was no joke.
So Anthony Costales. It's Cost Ales. Like C-O-S-T-A-L-E-S. I'll say Costales. I know that's not correct. Don't get me wrong. 3:37, 55K, and we've been on that course. That's serious business.
Flying.
So here's what I like too. So Cost Ales, A-L-E-S, Ales. Second place went to Benjamin Stout.
Yeah, oh, nice.
Like that.
Yeah.
3:54, and then third place Kyle Pateri, 4:08. And both those races there was a 60K at Black Canyon, and there was a 33K.
Zach Marion came in second in that. Did you see that?
In the Black Canyon 60K. Yeah, and it looks like he kind of had a
good day.
He had a stretch where it wasn't going good, but he just rallied and came through. And, I mean, his training partner kind of pushes him, I'm sure, in training.
Yeah.
Amanda
Basham.
She's no slouch, right?
She's a beast.
Kind of some fun races, ones that I don't know, you hear about quite a bit now. Black Canyon, Joel mentioned he's going to be down there vying for podium, looking for the golden ticket.
Oh, that'd be fun, wouldn't it? Just to take it out hard, pull a Turtle Miller, and just go balls to the wall
Scare
right
everybody.
away. Just put on that star-spangled banner bikini bottom and go for it.
Made me sad seeing that. Couldn't look
can't
away.
Take your eyes off of it.
Yeah,
it's
once
so
you see
special.
it, you can't unsee
I know,
it.
right?
And then you think, Turtle wears that?
It's like tractor beam right to the junk.
Yeah. He mows his lawn in it down there in St. George.
Oh, yeah.
Got to work on them tan lines. Another big race that's getting a lot of traction the last few years, especially on this side, is the Coastal Challenge.
Oh, yeah.
It's a 6-day, 230K race. Big race, beautiful, hard-looking race.
Hard.
Hayden Hawks was down there, and he finished second on the men's side.
Yeah. Mike Wardian was third.
The winner for the men's was Tom Evans, 21 hours, 44 minutes.
Yeah.
And just, I guess, pushing the pace the entire
exactly.
time. All three Hoka runners,
right?
Top three. That looks really cool. On the women's side was Ragna Debates 26:14. She set a course record on that thing. So I don't know. Just seeing as many course records have fallen in the last 2 months, you wonder what the trend's going to be this year. I mean, you're getting these people now that are just faster and faster.
Yeah. Well, there's room for. I think that we're a good 5-10 years away from it settling down.
Oh, you got to be, because there's just so much more young talent coming out. People coming from the road side, which is obviously the fast side.
Yep.
And then you got races and I'm not familiar with Black Canyon, how much elevation gain and loss. And
I think there's quite a bit of drop at first, and then it's kind of rolly after that.
Yeah, so it's a runnable course.
Yes,
right?
very runnable.
But seeing these times dropping the way they are from people that have just put down the hammer. I mean, a 3:37 at Moab Red Hot 55K. That course isn't easy.
No, it's very challenging.
It's technical. You're on that red rock.
You're on that slick rock. It's canted the whole time.
You walk away with shin splints and hip pointer and everything else. But yeah, it's just all the course records that are falling. It just makes you wonder what's going to happen this year.
Right.
You know, I mean, there's so many big races, and these golden ticket winners plus the past winners are going to Western States. You're almost like, is that record safe this year? Is that one going to fall?
That's going to fall eventually.
You know, eventually, but it's could it be this year? Men's
Walmsley
and
has a
women's.
good day, finally, it'll fall.
Well, it's such a focus race, obviously.
Yeah.
It's just, and we've talked about this so much on the show, is you wonder if people actually came in rested, right? Instead of racing so much.
Exactly.
Like Camille, Courtney,
oh my gosh,
Walmsley's, Hayden Hawks's.
Well, you look at Walmsley's schedule this year, and if he can stick to it, he's only going to race a handful of times.
Yeah. Well, and I think that's key to those.
And you've seen that
records
so far.
Yeah.
He is not running a bunch.
Yeah.
He's doing a bunch of biking,
cross training, running with the Cowboys.
Maybe. Hopefully he's eating more.
Yeah, right. He should be. I got some scratch I'll send you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think there's going to be some interesting races fall this year. Just course records.
Oh, for sure.
And that makes I could see
Western States falling this year on both men's and women's side.
I could too.
Especially the women's side.
Yeah. Yeah, I could too. And I don't know off the top of my head what those times are, because they are wicked fast anyway.
For sure.
Because they've been around for so long, but it's just...
the women's I could see falling for sure.
Well, I mean, just naming those three right there, Kat Bradley, Camille Herron, Courtney. That's just three names we're naming now, Courtney DeWalter, and there's more out there. That's going to be intense.
I'm going to say that Hayden Hawks will do a pretty good job of pushing the course record at UTMB.
Really?
As long as he doesn't repeat what he did last year, over race, get too excited, and he's going to be moving all over the place, right?
Yep.
That's going to be a big strain. But I think if he's smart, he has that potential.
Well, not only that, we talked to him a little bit, and he's been reaching out on social media. He wants to, he's training for that race.
Yeah, he is.
He's going to get on the course. He wants to learn how to run better.
He knows what that course is like.
Yeah, so I wouldn't surprise me at all to see something happen there.
Yeah.
Because that always draws the best from Europe for sure. And it's been every year the U.S. is sending more and more.
Well, Francois Dehaene is coming over for Western States this year.
Yeah.
So he's going to push the pace up front.
Oh, yeah. And, of course, we've got a bunch of fast dudes.
A bunch of Coconino Cowboys going over there.
Yeah, it's going to be wicked. I mean, maybe we'll see the same trend of more people blowing up, too.
Oh, for sure.
Trying to just maintain, see where they're at, and don't have it today. Boom, I'm done.
Yeah, they're trying to maintain that lead pack, and they just can't hold on.
Yeah, there's just so many variables. Like we've talked about, coaching could be key into all these things.
Yep.
And I think you nailed it. Really though, is just that overrunning, over racing, over training.
Well, it's easy to do, right?
Especially for the guys that want to do it all, see it all.
Yeah,
we talked to Hayden that first year, and that's what he did. He was out doing everything he could get his hands on.
He was giddy.
And he was like, yeah, that was wrong.
He was like the fat kid in the candy store, right? Just going at it.
He's like, I got one of those.
Yep.
Put that there, put that there.
It's like me when I walk into Baskin Robbins.
Can I have a 7 scoop?
Yeah, that's right.
Here's my popcorn bowl.
Yeah.
Congratulations to everybody out there running. Good times, good races. Many more races out there. We just cover a few every week.
Right.
But let's take a second and give a shout out to Jeff Stevenson for his Jackpot Ultra 20.
David.
Yeah, what'd I say?
You said Jeff. I think you said Jeff.
Oh, David Stevenson. You say Stephenson, so I was trying to nail it.
Him.
Yeah. So David Stevenson, Jackpot Ultra 24-hour.
Yeah.
64.5 miles or 100K for him.
Dude, that is tough.
And we saw him in February. December. Down at Turtles Race.
Yeah.
And just how much he's been working, not just running,
Dude's
eating,
lost a lot of
over
weight.
50 pounds.
So
right?
cool.
So he really put a lot of effort into that and put a lot of time and energy. So to see something like that, he's pretty stoked. So congratulations, David. We were rooting for you the whole time.
That's right.
And we're happy to see what you took away with there. Let's see what else we got. We had some big announcements this past weekend, kind of.
We did.
We announced them social media-wise.
Kind of.
But, man, last week we talked about it.
We talked about it. It wasn't definitive, and then it just kind of like was
happened.
Surprised on us on Friday, I think it was.
Friday, Saturday, one of those days. Might have been Friday.
I think it was Friday.
Yeah.
We got the call or the email from our good buddy Mike Ambrose from Solomon. He said, boys, Rickey is on. He's going to be there. He's excited. He wants to talk about his Transamericana experience. And we were like, game on.
And he's like, and he might race the next day.
Yeah.
I'm like, welcome.
Yeah, exactly. I'm like,
he has to bring his stroller.
That's right. He's got to bring the stroller. So we had this flurry of activity of just getting Ultra Sign Up set up, getting the website set up, and getting all the details dialed in. And it's out there in the wild.
Yep. So just to give you a quick little rundown on that, that's going to be Friday, May 4th. Doors open at 5:30.
Yes.
So at 5:30, you walk in. Setup is the same as last year. You walk into Amer Sport Factory Outlet.
Yeah.
Where Connor, Brittany, and that team is going to take care of you because you're going to get a discount on top of outlet discounts.
So I think it's 25% off of that already steep discount.
And some of them are 50, 60% off. So you add another 25 to that.
Yep.
So you get to spend some time there, as much time as you want, much money as you want.
Yeah.
And then you keep the natural flow.
Yeah,
you go through the doors, and voila, you're going to find some food, some beverages, a couple tables from our sponsors. Of course, TrailManners will have a booth there with some swag. Yep. And you just get to hang out, right? Yeah. You get to talk to some friends, meet new ones, and there's that Rickey Gates guy is going to be hanging out.
I know, right?
Slapping high fives, letting you know how to groom your mustache, all kinds of cool advice. So we'll be doing that, and then at 7 o'clock, we're going to head over to the auditorium, which is right there. Yep. And Rickey's going to take us through the Transamericana.
How cool is that?
That is amazing. So it's going to be such a fun night. Then afterwards, I'm sure Rickey will be there. We're going to have Q&A with him, after he goes through his spiel. So it's just super interactive. The only problem is there's like 100 tickets.
That is a problem.
So those are going to sell fast. $25 a ticket. But with your ticket, obviously, you get a deeper discount. Yep. Which would pay for your $25 on a purchase.
We're going to have some swag.
We're going to have swag given away. We walk in, you basically get a race entry bag with swag.
And we don't skimp on the swag.
No, we don't.
We've already been talking about what we're going to do, and it's going to be sweet.
But then you get food. Then you get drinks.
Food. And we're not going to run out of beer this year.
Nope. No matter what it takes.
That's right. We'll make sure we take care of you.
And then you get to meet and see Rickey. So there's so much involved with that. I mean, there's a lot of expense on our side, but we want to make it just the thing, right? Yeah. The Friday night.
Yeah.
But there are 100 seats available. And those have already been on sale, and I know we've sold quite a few.
We're kind of on pace of what we expected to sell for the first week. So I'm happy to see that.
Yeah, and it sold out last year, and people are like, oh, you don't have any No.
We had people going, well, I didn't know about this. Well,
sorry. But we do the best we can.
Yeah.
Right? So that's going to be a fun night. And then, of course, on Saturday is just the expo booths, vendor booths. We're still looking for vendors. If you got some cool booths you want to set up, race directors. Yep. And we just announced another sponsor for Saturday's events.
That's right. Been working on this for a couple months.
Yeah.
Well, not a couple months, like a month. But Scratch Labs is going to provide us with some hydration at the aid station and at the finish line.
I'm so excited because I love Scratch Labs.
I do too.
So in love with Scratch Labs. In fact, I just ordered
some more.
I ordered a book.
Oh yeah.
The Feed Zone book, like your edibles that you take with you and stuff. And then I didn't know. Right, it showed up, and that day is when you said they're on. And I'm like, well, there's my book. It was a good Scratch Lab day.
It was.
We're definitely rolling there. We had to, like we mentioned, we had to cancel our Solomon Snowcross event that was scheduled for this Saturday.
Yep.
Lack of snow, even with the snowfall, it didn't do enough. They did the report, and it said it barely gave us enough for grooming. Yeah. Nobody on foot, nobody on bikes. They had all these rules. So we had to cancel that. So now our entire focus is built around the Ogden Trail Running Festival. So we're looking for sponsors. We're looking for a Kids K sponsor. Yep. And, of course, race registration is available for the 10-mile and the 4-mile.
Right.
So we'd love to see as many people as we can get there. And I'm going to give a special prize for the person that travels the farthest.
Okay.
person that travels the farthest to our event, and right
Right.
now I think the farthest is Idaho Falls,
All right.
and that's easy. I'll just map quest it
That's
mileage-wise.
2 hours away.
Yeah.
Now 2.5.
So the farther away you live and you show up to either day,
Yes.
I'm going to give you a special prize, right?
A hug.
So, more than a hug. It's
Okay.
going to be better than a hug.
All right.
But just to see where you come from. So looking forward to seeing you there. And, man, we're excited. So many
Yeah.
things going on. We got so much still to plan. We still got to open that Kids K race.
We will.
We get that on Ultra Sign Up so we can get 100 kids registered for that. And that's going to go quick, too, because that's a free entry.
I know.
And those kids are going to be loaded, so that'll be fun. Loaded by getting stuff. Not like we're not going to give them a bunch of sugar and let them take
We're
off.
not
Well,
gonna
we
give 'em
might do
beer.
that. Yeah, we won't do that either. Yeah, we're pretty good about that. But we also have a special little contest that we're going to run for 2 race entries.
Okay.
Our friends at Pocatello, Idaho, they got the over-the-top trail race,
Okay.
which I cannot believe it's, just doing a lot of scouting on it. Super inexpensive race. Like they have a 25K, 10-mile, 5-mile, 3-mile race.
Right.
25K I think is like $30, $35 maybe.
Oh, that's ridiculously cheap.
Right? But it's in a cool area. We've been up there on
Yeah,
those
in that
trails,
City Creek area. Yeah.
We have some friends up there, and they're like, hey, we want to give a couple entries away. So we're going to do that for them. We're going to give away 2 race entries to the distance of your choice, 25K, 10-mile, 5-mile, 3-mile.
Okay. What's the date of the race? Do you know?
The date is May 12th.
Okay.
So it's a Saturday. In fact, it looks like it's going to work out with my schedule. I might just drive up there, do the 25K. It's a cool
there you
course. Got nothing. It's the weekend after the Trail Running Festival.
Okay.
And it's the week before, really, I'm headed up to Seattle, I think, for work. I think you've got the Timp Trail Marathon.
I do. Yep.
But I think I'm going to head up and do that 25K because it's
there you go.
inexpensive. And I want to meet the crew up there. It's put on by the Pocatello runners. It's the over-the-top trail race. So we're going to give away 2 entries. So all you have to do, simple contest, this is all you have to do. On the Instagram of this podcast.
Okay, for TrailManners.
For TrailManners.
Right.
You need to tag
Yes.
@
Okay.
a friend
All right.
that you want to run it with. 'Cause we have 2 entries,
Okay.
right? And so we're going to give those away.
All right. Now, you can't tag me.
Can't tag Joel.
No.
No Joel. Joel's not running.
Nope. That weekend's out.
And you can't tag me because, I'll probably be there anyway.
You're going to be there already.
And I'm helping give away this stuff. So this contest starts February 22nd.
Okay.
Which is Thursday, the day the show launches. We are going to run this for 2 weeks.
Whoa.
Yep.
All right.
2 weeks. So you have to, if you listen to this too late, you have to go find this through Instagram.
Right.
Singletrack Session number 77. So the earlier you do this, the better. Super simple.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously you got to be liking our Instagram handle, but then you got to just tag @ your friend that you want to run this with.
Right.
It's going to run 2 weeks. So 2 weeks from this Thursday, this 22nd, we're going to announce a winner. So I don't have the date off the top of my head. You can figure that out. You have calendars at home because this month is the screwy month with how many days it has and everything else.
February. I'm ready for it to be over with.
I am too because we talked about that just the other day, how gloomy we've been, right?
Oh, man, it's been ugly.
It's just gray and cold.
Now it's cold.
Now it's colder.
Now it's going to be cold this week and next week.
Yep, and some more snow coming. And we need to be tapering up, brother. I'm telling you, we got a 55K in like a
yesterday
week.
morning, got up, it was like 16 degrees. Like, I'm going back to bed.
Yeah, I got the text. I'm like, all right. I had all my cold stuff sitting out, and it didn't look like
I didn't realize it was going to be that cold. I mean, I knew in the back of my mind it was going to be cold this week, but then when I got up and it was like 16, I'm like, no.
I'm good.
I'm done. I'm tired of this crap.
Yeah, so this was supposed to be a very big mileage week for me because we have a race next week.
Well, we can still put in some good miles.
On the weekend.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah. So we gotta lift it.
Yeah.
Because we got a 55K that I'm not ready for.
I'm not either. What I'm looking forward to is hopefully it'll be warm down
I
there.
just want some fun weather and fun times. Because we did
I'd like it to be 60.
16 and a half on Saturday.
Yeah.
And both of us were just not in it at the end.
No, the
right?
first part was fine, but then after that,
and I thought, well, now if we did that one more time, that's the 55K.
Yeah, that'd be a little rough right now.
We got some new entries for our TrailManners Ultra Runner of the Year contest. Top 5 men, top 5 women, U.S. only. You got until February 25th to submit your entries. I got my little page notes going there with everybody that's entered, and so we got some legit people there that have a chance to win. So you have a couple more days. It ends February 25th. We need to see your top 5 men, top 5 women, U.S. runners only for Ultra Runner of the Year 2018. So we're jumping ahead just a little bit there. All right, next up, let's cover the Strava page.
Okay.
For this week, there's some surprises. Distance, Andy Noyes, 117.5. That's a name we haven't said for like a week. Run time, Andy Noyes, 35.28.
Oh, my gosh, 35 hours?
Yeah. Climbing, Dan Hawk, 27.305.
That's a lot of climbing.
So Dan got some vert going on. Now we'll do one of our favorite parts is the Where Did Your Feet Take You, or the Woody Footy Awards, which would be nice to have like a red carpet. I think what we need to do, never mind. So that's put on by the Sign Garage.
Yep.
They sponsor that by supplying us these limited edition trucker hats with the sweet logo on it. And we got some logo action going. We'll get to that later.
Oh, yeah.
But the Woody Footy this week was a lot of fun. Some really good ones. In fact, it got to the point where I could not decide. There was a couple I really liked.
Uh-huh.
So you know what I did? I went to see how many people liked the photo.
Uh-oh.
Yep. So I'm like, okay, not just me.
Yeah.
But what does a TrailManners nation think of these photos?
Yeah.
There's some really good ones. Richard Allen had a great one of some deep fried cheese curds, which I really appreciate.
Yes.
Kind of mixing it up a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
We had some people. Preston Wood here locally had a killer photo.
Oh, he did. That was a good one.
But we had a lot of very good photos. Some new names I haven't seen.
Right.
But this week, it was a tie. There were 3 people that had 12 likes on their photo.
Whoa.
And 2 of those people were ones I was considering as the winner.
Okay.
So I didn't flip a coin. I just went with my gut.
Okay.
We're going to Canada. We're going to John DeMartin.
He's won before, hasn't he?
He has not won before.
So how has he not won before?
I don't know. So it's the, I think, Sandy Cove Trail in Harrison Hot Springs in BC.
Okay.
So, John, congratulations.
Wow.
We are shipping north of the border. So send me your mailing address, and I will get your limited edition Woody Footy hat out to you and get it in your hands. So manners at trailmanners.com. So congratulations, John. Thanks for everybody's pictures, and for the people that went and liked photos.
Yeah.
You were key in this decision.
They were.
So not only are you posting photos, but now you're actually key in helping me make a decision.
Unwitting participants.
You had no clue.
I like it.
So congratulations there. We got Take Us With You Wednesday just launched.
Yep.
Didn't see one this morning. We just recording on a Wednesday. Didn't see anybody post yet.
Yeah, haven't paid attention yet.
So I want to see more of those people. Come on, help us out. Come on,
It's
help
a
us
hard
out.
time of year, man. It's cold.
It is.
It's cold.
But you can do it. I believe in you. And then we had one Ask TrailManners question this week, and it's from somebody we haven't heard from a while because they went off social media for 2018. So it was good to hear.
Was Zanuck?
Yeah. So here's the Ask TrailManners for the week, and I sent it to you, so I hope you read it, and I hope you're
initially.
ready.
That was a long time ago, though.
So, hey, fellas, got an Ask TrailManners question for you. Shar and I loved our experience watching Hard Rock last year as we worked at an aid station, and later got to see runners elsewhere on the course from a spectator perspective.
Right.
We are also really looking forward to watching the Bear this year from the sidelines. In your opinions, what are your top 5 races that you enjoy most as a spectator? Thanks in advance, and as always, keep the superb podcast coming, Matt and Shar. Well, first of all, Matt and Shar, great to hear from you.
Yeah.
Hope you guys are doing well. And that is a very tough one. I'm going to tell you why for me, because there's some that I've watched and some I want to watch that I think could be cool.
Yeah, right.
So here's my list. As far as spectating, one of the top on my list is definitely Hard Rock. I've had that opportunity to go down there. To me, that I've been to, nothing compares to Hard Rock.
Right.
Just the vibe in that town and the people you meet and see, especially if you have a runner that's close to another runner, so you always see their family and crew and friends.
Right.
That's super cool. The area is ridiculous. Like you break your neck looking up at these peaks. The only thing that bothers me with that race is how scary some of the roads are.
Yeah, exactly right.
Because they're treacherous. But I think Hard Rock's up there for me.
I think so, yeah.
One of the other ones I have is the Buffalo Run races. And that may not seem like a spectator because I just stay at the start-finish, but to see so many people come through there and see it's so family-friendly. You see so many kids and extended family show up.
Yep.
And it's one of those races where it's a lot of people's first trail or long race.
It is,
right?
yeah.
So it's like, I don't know if I can do this distance or
Right.
I've never run on a trail. So it's this whole new baptism into trail running and for their family as well. So I love sitting at that finish line because number one, it's a party. Jim does a great job. Karen's in there cooking. It's a good setup, great location. But man, it's just fun to see all the people the finish line's just amazing there.
It is.
And we like to set up right
and
there.
it can handle the volume of people.
It can, absolutely. And you get to see so many. I love seeing the kids riding their bikes up and down the little dirt path or little running, and the dogs, and running. Everybody runs across the finish line with their family because the finish line goes right by the spectators. And you can see your family coming. So to me, that's huge, especially from that whole being a part of the trail community perspective. The Bear 100 is one of mine because it's so spectator friendly of all the stops. Mm-hmm. You can get so involved in that race. Afterwards, amazing finish line, amazing location, amazing food. So that's one. I know you said another one, Western States. I've been out to that once and crewed and paced, and that's a different beast. Yep. It's a bugger to crew and pace because it's so spread out. Mm-hmm. It takes you so long to get aid station to aid station. But again, it's just that track, that finish line when you're there is really cool. It's just an experience that is hard to beat. And then my last one on the list is the Gib Wallace races because that's just fun.
It is.
It's fun. And then the one I haven't been to that would probably be on the list would be UTMB.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Just it speaks for itself, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So that's probably mine, and I know there's a lot out there, but there's more I haven't been to. But just
so many
as a perspective of being there and those feelings. Like right now, I'm getting these awesome feelings from Buffalo Run, from Hard Rock, from the Bear, and I'm excited.
Yeah.
I enjoy going to finish lines because that's where the magic is. Right.
It is.
I mean, you see people struggle through a race, and especially if you're working an aid station, you help them go through a hard spot. But that finish line, that's where everything's there. Everything comes there. There's tears, there's blood, there's laughter, there's silliness, there's beer, there's everything.
Yep.
So I would say that's mine. Do you have any?
So I just started thinking about this while you were talking. I think that this brings up an important point, and something that will probably become an issue in the next few years is if we start looking at these events as purely spectator only, it's going to create a bigger challenge to the race organization.
Yep.
So when you say Hard Rock, I mean, I haven't seen the race myself personally, but I've been through the area as a tourist, and there's limited space, limited resources down there. So if we start looking at it from purely spectator point of view, wanting to go down, do like a soft rock, go down, just hang out, there's an added stress to the resources because we want to come in and enjoy that. I'm not saying don't, but it's just something that we're going to have to start considering. Mm-hmm. Same with the Bear. There's great access for your crew and your family, but some of those parking areas, there's not a whole lot of parking.
No. Yeah, some of them are tricky.
Yeah, they are. So I agree with you on a lot of fronts. Hard Rock would be one I'd like to go, and so I'm not sure if I want to participate in it. I'm a little scared of it, to be honest. But I wouldn't mind watching it. The Bear, obviously, it's in our backyard. It's a great course. UTMB speaks for itself. That can, I think, handle the volume of people.
Yeah.
I'd love to go watch that. One that is just straight up beautiful, Zion.
Yeah, I see that.
Zion 100 has pretty good access. There's generally pretty good parking, and it's easy to get around. So that one's fun. Plus, you can go out and explore on your own when you're done. Speed Goat.
Oh, yeah. That's one I didn't have on my list, but that's a good one.
Speed Goat, you can take the tram up.
Yep.
And it's a big party on top.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And then the base has a big party, too.
Well, even when you go on top, if you look off the backside, all the wildflowers.
Oh, my gosh.
That's something different, too.
The wildflowers are crazy up there.
Go through the tunnel. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's one I definitely left off. The great one.
For sure. And then, that's probably all I got on my list. Western States, I'd love to participate in that.
Yeah.
Experience it that way.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah, when you were just talking, I was thinking, too, you mentioned the amount of people. I actually just, again, a couple days ago, watched Bill Yang's film The Why. I don't know if you've seen that yet on YouTube, and it's Leadville.
Right.
And I had anxiety because I've been to Leadville, right? And this is before it really blew up like it is now.
Yeah.
And it was crowded then.
Right.
And I remember some issues like at Twin Lakes with parking and cars and everything else. And then probably 3 years after I was there, crewing, it's when it really took off, right? But just seeing Bill Yang's video of all the people, it gave me anxiety. Like as a runner, if I came in and it was just, I mean, I saw people walking in the chute where the runners go to the aid station kind of in their way, right?
Yeah.
Like spectators or
Right.
fans or whatever you want to call it. That one to me is like over the top.
Yeah.
Right. Like I've waffled on that one. Like I'd like to run Leadville, and then I look at something like, no way. Yeah, I kind of wanted it. It'd be kind of nope, I'm out. Right. But after watching that Bill Yang film again, I'm like, that's just a lot of people, and that town is small. Right. So I think you're right. Is just that, and that's going to rely on some race directors too. I know Wasatch has struggled with that for years, is trying to eliminate access. So you cannot do this. Restrict it, and it's caused problems.
Yeah,
you know,
I think
runners are taking it hard
with some of their proposals of changing the course. That'll help.
Yeah, but I think there's a lot of races out there. Like me and Joel obviously don't
Monument
cover
Valley is
everything.
actually a pretty good one that you can spectate on.
Is it? I haven't been down there.
Yeah, there's generally ample parking, and obviously it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
And it's just fun to interact with that culture down there.
Well, I think some of the fun too is spectating. Is you throw a bear in there. One of the great things there, if you got raspberry shakes, right?
Yeah.
So while you're not spectating, you sneak down, grab a raspberry shake.
You're going to run into Ben Wallace. He's going to get in a shake at the same time. Ben, aren't you supposed to be out in the race course? Dude, I am.
I just got to get a shake real quick.
This is the aid station for me.
So, yeah, it's a great question. Because I know there's a lot out there. I mean, there's all over the country.
Many.
But there's some, I mean, I'd love to go out and check out the Georgia Death Race, right? Just because there's so much carnage there for what it is.
Right. Gosh, I'm just thinking of all the other ones, like try the West Coast. North Face 50.
Yeah.
That would be cool to see.
That would be cool. I think it'd be cool to be out at the Orcas Island,
Yeah.
Because that's a loop course. You get to see people. I
want to participate in that.
I do too.
They have a 50K version.
Yeah, they have a 25K even.
They do?
Yeah. 25K, 50K on the same weekend.
Do they have a 10K?
Yeah, you just don't finish 25K.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah, that's a good question. There's a lot of them out there, and if you want to leave a comment on what some of yours out there, because again, and that's something that we wish we could do more of, is maybe explore East Coasts or Northwests or these different races.
Yeah, like Grindstone.
Grindstone. That'd be a good one.
That'd be one. Mountain Mitchell. That was, I think, last weekend, or is it this weekend? Grant's gonna go run.
That's right. He's supposed to be out there. But yeah, there's just a lot. There's so many out there, and a lot of it too is what you enjoy.
Yeah.
Because a lot of it does have to do with scenery, access, spectator. Do you want to see big names? Doesn't matter to you?
Right.
So I think there's a lot of variables to it, but I know with me, those are just some of mine for different reasons.
Yeah.
Right. Each of them have, I think, their own specific reason why they would be on the top of my list.
Right.
But again, I think one of the things is spectating a race sometimes is being in the race. Right? I mean, that's just as fun sometimes to see from that point of view or that angle, because I walk away from a race and I'm always just full of gratitude for volunteers.
You just walk into the aid station and you just try to be low key.
Yeah.
And you just kind of look around and you see the hum and the buzz of the aid station and you're like, heck yeah, this is awesome.
Yeah.
And then you get your Nutella and you just walk out.
You're making me hungry. Nutella. So, yeah, great question. Only one Ask TrailManners question this week, and that was it. So thanks, Matt, Shar. Hope you guys are doing well. We sure miss you. And if you're coming out to the Bear to spectate, we'll be excited to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's all I got this week.
Do we have anything to give away besides race entries? Do you have a pair of shorts to give away?
Oh, I do. I do have some shorts.
Are we going to do that next week? I got a backpack to give away, too.
Let's do the shorts today, and you can do the backpack next week.
Okay.
So while I'm talking about the shorts, you come up with the contest.
With the contest?
So, as you know...
What do you have? Give us the brand and the size and the color.
Okay, so I'll give that, and then I'll give the backstory. Joel will then, while I'm giving the backstory thing, contest. It is a pair of rabbit shorts. I can't remember which ones they are.
Are they the Daisy Dukes?
No.
The Quadzillas?
Yeah, I think so.
Right.
And they're blue. They're royal blue with the black and silver pinstripe, and they're a large.
Okay.
They just showed up at my house. I called them. I'm like, hey, these are not for me.
Yeah.
I didn't order them. You didn't charge me for them.
Right.
Just hang on to them. All right. So I'm cleaning out. I'm doing all kinds of stuff. I'm selling stuff on KSL. I'm just kind of minimizing my life, right, in many ways. And I came across these, and they're brand new tags on them. And I'm like, well, I don't want to get rid of these.
Right.
So let's give them away.
Yeah.
Rabbit's a cool company. They got awesome shorts.
Right.
So we're going to give a pair of Rabbit shorts away in large.
Men's large.
Men's large, and they're awesome. Anyway, I've got some. Anyway, and
Okay,
Joel does.
so for the contest, on this Facebook post for Singletrack Session number 77, you need to make sure, number one, you tag Rabbit. And why? Tell us why you want to wear their rad rabbit shorts. So you got to tag them, and just tell us why you want to wear the rad rabbit shorts.
And make sure you get the tag right, because it's like rabbit run or running rabbit or something like that.
You need to do your homework.
Yeah. So tag them in the comments why
please.
you want them. We're going to give you a week.
Yeah.
That's it. So we'll give you till Tuesday, which is coming up.
Which is coming up,
It's
by
a
the way.
Tuesday that's going to be coming up here
I
soon.
think it's the 27th.
So today's the 22nd. This show launches. So on the 27th, you have to have it in by then. We'll announce it on the 1st of March.
Okay.
Which is the first day of March.
Which is Thursday.
Yeah. So
a week from today.
A week from when you listen to the show, if you listen to it on the 22nd.
Which you should.
Anyway. So yeah, we'll give those away. We have a lot to give away because I have some Ultra Spire stuff I found that's brand new.
Yeah, I got that Ultimate Direction backpack to give away next week.
Yep, that Joel wore.
I wore
once,
one
time. And then we only went out for 6 miles.
I know, so it's barely used.
Barely used.
Yes.
Didn't even clock the odometer, pretty
Not
much.
really. I barely sweated in it.
So, yeah, we got all kinds of stuff we're going to be giving away here coming up because I found some stuff. It's brand new. Joel's got some brand new stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, don't forget about the 2 contests, over-the-top trail race.
Yep.
Check those guys out. Follow them on social media. Pocatello Run Company's involved with that. The Pocatello Runners are involved with that. I'm looking forward to it, honestly. I'm just looking at the course, not a hard course. It's something you can pretty much anybody can do because there's so many distances.
Well, that'd be a good prep for the Scout Mountain Ultra Race.
Oh, that would be. Yeah, you're in the same neighborhood.
Yep.
Weeks out.
It is.
Which I still haven't pulled the trigger on that one yet. I know I'm volunteering, but I might run Saturday. I don't know yet. So many variables. I'm kind of in this concert thing right now where I'm looking at shows.
I know.
You know, RSL starts, Real Salt Lake, getting tickets to them. Just all kinds of stuff going on. My mind's blown. So, yeah, 2 contests. Don't forget to do that. Check out our store page. We still have some gear super cheap on sale.
I know.
We'd like to clear it out so we can bring more in.
Mm-hmm.
And stay tuned because we got some interesting stuff on the back burner happening with Taper Up.
Yeah.
Right? That we won't spill too much. But, yeah, I think that's all I got this week.
Uh-huh.
So don't forget to send us your questions. Ask TrailManners. If you want something, message me, manners@trailmanners.com. And don't forget to participate in our contests. Again, this is Eric and Joel with TrailManners Singletrack Session 77, and we are out.